everybody. Welcome back to Rote Reactions. I'm Baz Collins here with my fabulous co-host.
Hi, this is Albert Naflet.
So, ready for our next dive into Anne Rice's really amazing world?
Ooh, I am psyched. I think the thing I'm enjoying the most out of all of this is that we really get to see the very dysfunctional relationship between Louis and Lestat, the way it's evolving. It's just so cool. The way Lestat is so lonely, and he has tried to connect with other vampires and things hasn't worked out. And now he has met this man and he's like, please don't ever dare to leave me. And Louis is kind of just in this inner conflict. And like I said last episode, so many firsts, one after the other. And it's
what I'm struggling with is Lestat still lying to him? Lying to Louis? Because he says, oh, are there many of us? And he says, oh, maybe 100. You know that's not true.
Yeah.
You know what the history is from Akasha all the way straight down. There's more than 100. Why did he lie to Louis in that way? Is it because he's trying to keep him close, saying you're going to spend forever trying to find another one? I don't know.
I know. I get the sense that Lestat is trying to keep Louis to himself. He's trying to create this bubble of it's just the two of us in the world
just
for
you
as
and
long
me.
as he possibly can. That's why he told Louis, like, you know what, leave your family because you're just going to hurt them. I am your family now. I am the only one, And so for as long as he can, he's going to keep Louis away from the other vampires so that it's just the two of them.
It's that toxic codependency thing.
Yeah. And it's sad to see it. But also, I can understand it. And the way, like, Louis sometimes kind of wants to back away from that. And then he falls back into Lestat because he's so charming and sometimes thoughtful. And he knows some, etc. So it's a very complicated thing, really well done.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things I love most about Anne Rice's world is that it's a definite onion skinning of what makes us human. Yeah. It's an examination of that humanity from an outside perspective, and yet one we are familiar with because vampires are so established in the lore. So yeah, very interesting. All right, so with all of that, let's get started with episode 3. Is my very nature that of the devil?
Ooh, so more Louis inner conflict, I'm assuming.
Here we go.
Which I have to admit, when I first read like the very first book, I found it charming. Like, oh, Louis is so conflicted of being a vampire. The longer I read the other books, the more annoyed I became at him. Like, just be a vampire already. but I mean, I understand.
I did not take to killing.
That was so good.
Dubai on one side and like America is on the other, or Europe.
Super cool.
World War I.
Ooh.
There's a column in here.
Oh, that's right.
Of this lovely square. It says that the man who designed it did so after the Place de Vosges in Paris. I can't see that.
Used to be called the Place d'Armes. I prefer that, don't you?
The Louisiana Purchase. Pennywise, Frank Foolish.
Say anything about how they used to take runaway slaves, cut their heads off, and pike them on the iron gates as a warning?
I'm only halfway through, let's see.
Do you ever think that we, that's to say our kind, were put on Earth for a larger purpose?
I put you on this Earth. Your purpose is to enjoy yourself.
That can't be all there is.
What a Lestat answer.
Well, tell me what I believe, Louis. Excavate the hearted thoughts buried beneath my damned soul.
We can eat animals and be okay. Rats, cats, cattle.
Is okay what you desire, Louis? Shall we walk the night as the gods of easily attainable dreams?
I desire blood as much as you do. But I wonder, should we be more selective?
What? Only eat redheads, the humorous? Define your terms.
The worst of them.
And how would we go about determining?
Oh.
You use our powers. Read their minds.
Hunting is pure instinct. Reason is a set of leg irons.
The ones you admire. The poets, composers, thoughtful man who designed this park he loved so much. Shouldn't we spare them the randomness of our killing?
Every one of them is capable of abomination, even the ones worthy of admiration. Shakespeare, Brahms, this naturalist that fogs your mind.
Got it off your bookshelf.
Toss them into circumstance. Whisper to them their Lord God and Savior is not listening, and you will see all kinds of depravity.
Try something for me. Want to share?
Say we come upon a murderer planting a flower bed, thinking only of flowers. How long do we wait before his bloody deeds reveal themselves?
As long as it takes.
You haven't thought this through, Louis.
You said you would try.
Oh, these stupid people. Everybody's so stupid.
Him.
Why?
Unfortunates. Breaks into tenements and robs them of their meager possessions.
And does that meet your satisfaction?
Oh,
If you don't mind the shaking, I've snapped his spine. It's merely a...
oh, Jesus, no.
Well, go on. Here's your criminal biscuit. See how it tastes. Eat. If for your reason or his heart fails us.
Yeah. Well, poor cat. And Lestat is disgusted. Of course he is.
An invitation.
Fascinating little diatribe they had. Like, I don't know.
You're ashamed of what we are.
Maybe I'm just pondering what I am.
For the infinitesimal time. You're a vampire.
Could you not use the word in my place of business?
Place of business. A cover. An illusion to throw off the scent of the dogs.
This illusion is fronting a dozen businesses up and down Claiborne.
Yes, yes. For every 20 people he kills, he makes one small businessman's dreams come true. Louis de Pontelac, the Dark Prince of Iberville.
Whoa.
I don't want to.
Oh, no.
There it is.
A fish that doesn't swim. A bird refusing flight.
That's how he sees it.
You're going to struggle. I fear for
Is he really going to kill the singer? Please tell me no.
Your pianist has lost his passion.
What?
Mr. Martin, you have played the same melody the very same way for 2 weeks now. Your talent is immense, but your mind is elsewhere.
Think you could do better?
Wow.
Being paid a small fortune on top of that tip jar to perform, my skills are irrelevant.
People didn't come here to hear you jabber, Mr. Lioncourt.
Well, they didn't come here to hear you play either. Otherwise, you'd be in a concert hall and there'd be fewer prostitutes.
Ooh.
This ain't your kind of music.
You can pretend you're a vegetarian. I can pretend the fool.
Wow. Oh my God, the way they fight.
For our boys being shipped off to Europe. Know your enemy.
Oh, didn't that get your dick wet, gents?
Radio limits, Mr. Martin. What you hear is genius.
All I hear is a man that's never gotten his dick wet.
Actually, the man had 20 children in his lifetime, and you're sort of stuck on that wet dick zinger, Ferdinand.
Ooh.
Left hand on the piano. Little walking patterns, isn't
Oh man.
He admitted later there was nothing wrong with Jelly Roll's playing. Only something he overheard in an alleyway. A steady gig for the band in Chicago. Jelly was gonna leave me high and dry in a few days in the Stade to Cambridge. If I'm not mistaken, he improv'd the melody for what would later become the Wolverine Blues.
Wait, whoa. Hold on there. You're saying Lestat wrote the Wolverine Blues?
I can't be definitive.
Yeah, you know, I gotta say, it's not so much the minute details, Louis, rather the total rewrite that's giving me pause here. I mean, 1973.
He was a sow's ear out of which nothing fine could be made. I was his complete superior, and I had been sadly cheated in having him for a teacher.
2022.
It was a cold winter that year. Lestat was my coal fire, and I found myself for the very first time, to anyone other than Paul, confiding my struggles to another man.
San Francisco.
He appeared frail and stupid to me. A man made of dried twigs with a thin, carping voice.
Oh my God.
Never allowed myself to feel emotionally close to anyone, much less a man. Lestat had surrounded me. The version we speak of now is the more nuanced portrait.
Or the more rehearsed.
Perhaps I was mistaken about the Wolverine blues.
Fuck the Wolverine blues. Ken Burns can choke in the footnotes. It's the abused-abuser psychological relationship I'm talking about.
I do not consider myself abused.
I mean, usually when you're a little too close to it, the abused still loves the abuser. You flipped it.
Oh my God.
I'm not a victim.
50 years later, you talk about
Are you sure?
like you were locked in some fucked up gothic romance.
Yeah.
Why?
I am in my Buick, staring in the rearview mirror at my daughter in the car seat, an hour after I gave Derek, a guy I don't know, the last $30 I had. My editor reminds me it's 7 years before car seats are mandatory. My ex-wife reminds me I never owned a Buick. This is the odyssey of recollection. The tapes
Yep.
are an admitted performance. This is the premise of our interview. Half a century later, allow me my odyssey.
Wow. Wait, what?
You were the prince of your district. Lestat chased an American icon out of town because he loved you. 1917 doesn't sound like it was such a bad year.
Rigged to burn, Daniel.
A silent bridge for your voice to float along.
Talk like you play, Mr. Lee.
Lestat filled in for Jelly the next night. He and Miss Brown dazzled the waiting Johns and invited their admirers back to the Rue Royale. He would do his killing away from me now. Out of respect, he said, for the choice I had made. Brown and back. The frolicking repeated itself every night for 2 weeks. They would add another song to their set and work on another at night while I tried to adapt to my new diet. I barely had the energy to hold up a book. My libido was not what it had been. I understood the indulgence. I let it happen.
Mr. Louis, you have to convince Lestat to keep playing.
Got a better chance making a Mississippi run north.
We had a good run, but I did it for Louis. I do everything for Louis.
Yeah, I heard that about you, too.
What have you heard?
Oh.
I'm not a gossip.
But I am.
Well, people at the Azalea, they say you're
Yeah.
confusing me.
Right.
What do the employees at the Azalea say about Louis and Lestat?
I'll answer with a question. Are there 2 beds upstairs or 1?
Do you want to find out?
No one goes upstairs, Miss Brown.
Well, there's my answer.
Still.
Mm-hmm.
What do you imagine confines us to a single note? Why not a chord? Why not a cluster?
Oh, see, I'm the same. I like all sorts. I
Oh.
like soft hands. I like burnished complexions.
Oh.
I like men called daddy.
Your blouse is soaked in champagne. Bad, Daddy.
I was beginning to wonder about your manners.
I'm hungry. Think I'm gonna get something to eat.
Is the animal market still open?
She burn quick.
See for yourself. A dentist from Tallahassee. There's a dentistry convention in town. Sinister talk of molars and bicuspids around every corner.
So you didn't kill her?
No. She has talents.
Are not enough?
There it is. I mean,
Don't laugh.
No.
Don't laugh.
No. You have some squirrel on your...
No, don't.
We'll be together.
oh, gross.
100,000. What we're doing is hard. Anything that wards off the dullness of the everlasting road we walk. The pleasures of the flesh. The pleasures of the kill. For me. Pleasures of the good book by the fire for you.
I can smell her on you.
From time to time, I like a little variety. There. I said it.
Right. Let's have an open relationship. You don't mind, do you? Question mark. Oh my God.
So I can fuck whoever I want.
Of course.
Doesn't play that way with the stop. Of course you can.
Of course.
Right.
Until he does it.
As long as you come home to me.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Uh-huh. Oh, well. Seeing how the relationship breaks down is sad and wow.
American troops. New Orleans was the last stop before France for many young men. And City Ordinance 4118 tried to ensure Uncle Sam's money went into the right hands.
Ordinance 4118. I could Google it, or you could...
A hastily composed attempt by the city to segregate Storyville. It required that all prostitutes of colored or black race move their business across Canal Street. This was the heart of my business. What the Azalea was known for, the very men who signed the ordinance into law were some of my best clients. It was an absurdity, an affront to a Creole man who had outpaced his fair-skinned competitors.
How'd you manage it?
I gave 5% of the business to my girls. Made them all own.
How's that help you?
Wow.
Lawyer said if they were owners, we could file a writ saying 4118 was, how'd he put it, Briggs?
Deprived us the use of our property without due process of law, denying us equal protection under the Constitution of these United States.
Nice.
Bolshevik scheme. You diddled the man's money and he bought himself an end around. Pure capitalism, Mr. Fenwick.
Thank you, Tom.
Unorthodox business mind under that hat, Louis. No security guard in the doors. That's a woman counter's coin. No offense, Miss Williams.
Been called a Connie, a cow, and a bitch that ate 1,000 dicks. You want to apologize for calling me a woman? Ooh, leave
Oh my God.
happy man, Mr. Anderson.
Oh.
Nichols, and I'm the only security this place needs.
We're writing another ordinance. You know that, don't you? Counsel's not your problem, Louis. Woodrow Wilson. This war he's backed us all into.
You think you're printing money here? It's 8 pennies compared to what the builders brought the city. Just ask Mr. Anderson here.
Not as colorful as club ownership, but be amazed at the high-power maids supplying the military camps with cigarettes, chocolates, and prophylactics.
Well, I'm doing my part to see them Jimmy hats get used.
Secretary of the Navy doesn't see it that way. He's got 400 men over at Charity getting treatment for the clap.
I got pristine pussies walking my floor. Now I'm offended.
I'll admit, I prefer the days you let us win on occasion, days of deference.
What is it?
There's a gentleman asking for you, Mr. Dulac. A man in uniform.
What I say, Mr. Anderson? The war's coming knocking. Cash me out.
Holy Lord. Jonah?
Nephew? Wait.
Staying forever. Told Grace you wouldn't remember me.
Of course I remember. You were listening.
You could have noticed someone's playing.
You think this is nice? Wait till you see my pretty automobile.
So now they're going to try to make each other jealous, I suppose. This is going to be, oh.
It's all part of the toxic codependent.
Oof, this is horrible to see, yeah. And the people caught in the
It's
middle.
kind of like, you know, they suffer from the same psychological things that we do, but because they're vampires, it's nth to the nth degree, you know?
Exactly, exactly.
There's nothing easy about my life, I tell you that.
You've been blessed. Ain't aged a day since I seen you last.
That's the moonlight behind us all.
So why I signed up is I kept hearing something about something they call European sensibilities. They care less what you look like, who you looking at.
Oh.
Yeah, I got someone.
I figured as much. No ring on your finger?
Not a woman.
Well, what's he like?
He's a lot. It's not perfect.
Yeah, that's saying something.
Agreement. One of those you can draw
Uh-huh.
kind of agreements.
Good fit. It's uniform.
Well, it's the moonlight.
Oh,
No, Lestat ain't gonna let this fly.
I just hope Lestat isn't just there creeping, watching them or something.
Of course he is.
Oh,
You know he will be.
it's horrible. I wonder if he's going to be able to control himself after so much time with just animals and things. Ugh.
That's one way to stop yourself from screaming.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. That's kind of messed up.
No, I'm sure this is going to be messed up.
Hello?
Hello.
How was your night?
Fine.
Asking an aggressive question much?
Fine.
He found me, you know.
Hmm.
My old house on Esplanade. Grace told him where to find me.
An old love.
We had a few early fumbles. He was 16. I was older. We both knew even then we were a little different. I was Antoinette.
Tedious.
Right.
I don't see that. These affairs always flip. Shall we have a night out tomorrow?
I was gonna go see Grace and the kids, keep up appearances. How about after?
Fine. Lock us in with...
No, it's not fine.
Many streets in New Orleans weren't paved.
Oh, God.
The mud on his boots could have come from anywhere.
Was it raining?
Right.
Yeah, I got someone.
I figured as much. No ring on your finger?
Not a woman.
Did it rain?
Yeah, I got someone.
I figured as much. No ring on your finger?
Not a woman. I don't remember now. It could have been dry in the bayou and wet in the quarter. It's Louisiana.
The
Right.
honesty of recollection.
Hmm.
What did he say when he met you again, when you were young and he wasn't?
What they all eventually say in one articulation or another.
Okay, yeah, that's one way to put it.
This afternoon.
Seeing my invitation got lost in the mail.
You want to come around, you come around when people are awake.
It's barely dinner time. I don't want to make a fuss.
6 months and you just show up. You're not welcome in this home.
I own it.
Oh.
I'm the executor in charge, so welcome don't matter.
The devil walks at night.
What? What did you say?
Wow, that is really harsh.
What's going on out here? I got you girls some paper dolls.
Go back inside, son.
Son, I'm your son.
Let me handle this, Mama Abdullah.
We don't.
Coming off a little hot now.
I ain't come here to see you. I didn't come here to see you.
Louis.
Came here
They're
to see
afraid of
Grace.
you.
Get
That's
the girls
why you didn't get
some
an
paper
invite.
dolls.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Good.
Oh, my God.
What did I tell you?
Yeah.
There he is.
The devil?
He is.
And now Lestat is going to have a field day. He's going to be like, I told you, you can't talk to your family anymore. Yeah.
Lestat was right. It never ends well.
He was right, but... Oh my God. Really, Lestat? Really?
Shoot them in the rear. What do you think?
Oh, I thought we could have an orgy. You can fuck them and I can eat them.
What about the coffin room?
Oh my God, really?
Intelligence of these murderous slubs want is more wine and a German on their bayonet.
Kill the Huns!
Kill the Hans! I brought them back after they cut the electricity at the Azalea.
What?
Miss Bricktop wanted you to have this.
I think she's on to us.
And he's loving it.
Get him out of here.
Well, now that I know you have a type, I thought you'd be pleased.
Let's start.
Oof. He can really just make everybody wow. That is so creepy. That's some Professor Xavier stuff right there. What the hell?
Oh joy, oh boy, where do we go from here?
Not funny.
What can I say? I'm a lot. I'm not perfect.
I know it.
So he was listening. Yep.
You jealous?
Yes, I don't like sharing.
What about Antoinette?
It's different. I don't have feelings for her.
He did me some face and I drove him home. I heard your heart stamping! You watched the whole thing like some...
Oh my God.
I watched you pull over and drain a dog and run down an alleyway for 2 more rats! This is not a life! That's because you took my life! I got nothing! I lost
Wow.
everything. I lost my brother. I lost my family. About to lose the last fucking thing I care about. How am I supposed to get bodies in the door without hookers, hoocher cards?
Hey, you were given a courtesy and you ignored it.
Finn O'Shea, a man who used to work for me, got a dirty house across the street. City ain't shut off his lights.
Finn O'Shea serves sandwiches at his bar that makes him a supper club.
In time, Mr. O'Shea moved his business Riverside Basin Street, along with everyone else.
Oh, so you just starting with the color businesses then?
It does appear businesses run by white gentlemen are thriving.
I tried to persuade the city council. They said it was short-sighted at best. This tedious Negro, still clinging to his Creole heritage like a life raft. We're all hurting.
These damn teetotaling types, too. As if we're supposed to turn New Orleans.
He's going to lose it.
God help us, Salt Lake City.
Might I suggest, Mr. Duloc, that you move your operation to the quarter. Just keep your girls out the windows.
Who do you suggest gonna sell me a property in the quarter?
Make Mr. Leoncourt here the public face of your operation.
This is Louis' hobby, not mine.
There's, shall we say, a clannish majority amongst the property holders in the quarter. Maybe old Tom here had it right. Maybe in the end, Louis, a dumb pimp who got robbed blind years ago. It's been the break, I'm afraid.
Did you sell me the Azalea because you knew this day was coming, Tom?
You put a sir on the end of that. And he sold you the fair play for a price you set.
You ain't answering my question, Tom.
We're all in this together, Mr. Duloc. I'll be happy to buy the property back from you. Say, 15 cents on the dollar.
No.
Sees the devil in your eyes.
This is going to get ugly.
Assessment to abandon. Am I from the devil? Is my very nature that of the devil?
Oh my God, he's going to get so angry.
But now
On steroids.
overwhelmed me.
We don't need the money.
Ooh.
About that. You think I'm gonna let that snake bite me and my people?
Wow.
I was manic.
All right.
You put up a sign like that, you're inviting chaos. And the hubris on display caused me to neglect my thirst.
This cease and
and desist order is granted by the New Orleans Council of Aldermen for the final infraction.
And in neglect, my thirst grew hotter. Temples throbbed, and finally, I could not stand it any longer.
What broke?
Oh.
And I was through struggling.
Oh, no, no, no.
Will not be tolerated. We have families and service members nearby, and it's for their concern.
Rats, cat.
He's got it coming.
No longer suffice.
Baton Rouge supports the actions of the city council as well.
Take a black man in America, make him a vampire, fuck with that vampire, and see what comes of it.
It's like poking a rattler.
Oh my God.
You're here to threaten me, I suppose. You think I have a vendetta against you, against your race? Well,
and you don't?
Think that if you must.
Hmm.
Storyville is the sinking ship. And naturally, you are the first to drown. But that's your problem, Louis. Always has been. You're arrogant.
Hello, Pot.
Oh my God, did he really say that?
Mm-hmm.
Endless supply of capital. And the weird goings on in your sodomite townhouse won't change the fact that you're a tiny man flying too close to the sun. And that's what I am, Louis. The sun.
Wanna bet?
Why's your heart beating so fast?
Everything that's been done is legal under the City of New Orleans Charter. And again, I'm merely one alderman on that council. There's a harder way of doing it.
Casual.
You're thinking about your wife and your two daughters and how fortunate it is that they're away in your winter home. It is fortunate.
How many suits does he buy? Like, really? Jesus, oh God, oh my God, no. Oh, God's sake, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
What are you?
I'm a vampire.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I think there's a new artist in town.
Oh my God. That was horrible. Oh.
I must confess, I'm very proud of you, Louis. It goes against much of my teaching, but you managed to execute it with such aplomb.
I didn't do it for me. I did it for my city, my people. Destroy our businesses and buy the land for cheap. I know what they're doing.
So that torturous death was for your people? That garish display of his body like some public art piece was for your people?
I didn't see this coming.
Save that life for yourself.
Right.
Did you not smile when he begged? Did you not feel pleasure?
He knows. He knows. Oh my God.
Stop me. Maybe you went quiet on purpose.
Of course he did.
Yeah,
Part
he
of your
wants.
teaching.
Because it gave you pleasure.
Yeah, because it's your nature, right?
Dark gift, finally. We should make this our anniversary.
Anniversary?
This is so creepy.
Yeah, that's on me.
Oh, yes, but you merely provided them the excuse. So as I said, toss them into circumstance, they go for the throne.
And that's why you and me ain't ever gonna work.
Oh, excuse me?
You're always gonna be alone.
Oh, that was really hurtful.
Quarter that night, ran to where the violence spread most wild. I stumbled through the streets like an irrational child who had tested his strength on a small bird and now asked, can I make it whole again? And then one of those inconceivable moments
Oh, really?
where who you were before and who you'll be
Oh my God.
is marked in time. A rooming house, now a fire trap.
Oh my God.
I could not save the Azalea. I could not save Storyville. I could not save the aunt on the wrong side of the wall, but I could save her. My light. My Claudia. My redemption.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting this. I did not see that. Oh my God. Wow. Well, all right. So the way they're reframing the entire thing is so cool. You know, it's like because
it's still ticking all the boxes, but just in a way you don't expect.
Yeah. Because now it's centered around American, like this horrible, like the discrimination
race war
and
thing.
everything just coming through. Yeah. And now you have it in a different context. Now it's not some orphan in Paris or something. Now Claudia is just like a direct result of his actions in a much in a different way, but
Are you there?
Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, I hear you now.
I don't know what that was. Weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Okay,
anyway.
What were you saying? Just go back to your note. What were you saying?
Yeah, on sidebar. So the way they're reframing Louis's entire moral quandary and everything, he's like, well, do I embrace my nature? Do I not? Do I fight against this horrible establishment of discrimination? And to bring this all to a head, like when Lestat and he are finally like, we're through, and then comes Claudia to kind of reunite them again in this really weird way. That I just...
Brady Bunch meets Addams Family.
Oh my God, no, yeah. I mean, I always had the stuff with Claudia. I don't know.
I will tell you that one note that they did do that was different this time around is they made Claudia older than she was.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think she's like 16 or 18.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah. So they actually brought her up. So primarily because they're trying to avoid the child issues and pedophilia that could work its way in, because if they keep her really young, it gets really creepy really fast. So they're elevating her. So she's a late teen in the series.
All right. Yeah. Because
it's still gonna be Brady Bunch meets the Addams Family.
Yeah, no. I really enjoy the way, you see Lestat and Louise's relationship, the way it implodes, and those horrible things Louise says to Lestat, like, you're always going to be alone, because he knows that that's Lestat's greatest fear, because you have eternity in front of you, and like for you to not be able to share it with anyone, like, and the way they hurt each other because they know each other so well, and they kind of love each other in this toxic codependent way, and they know just how to hurt the other. Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, when you truly love someone and you really get to know them, there's that level of trust is there, because you know you will never use, or that's your hope, you will never use those instruments of torture on someone you love, right? That's the trust that you build. It's like I have my best friend that I've had for over 40 some odd years, and he always says, I approached him in the gay part of the park here in San Diego, and I sat down next to him, started talking, and I haven't stopped for 40 years. But we talk to each other all the time, even if we don't talk for several months. When we talk again, it's like we picked up right from where we left off. We both know where all the bodies are buried in our lives, but we would never, ever do that to one another. We would never point that to each other, because we've been through so much together. But again, it's that trust you build. And I think the problem with Lestat and Louis is they both have the same flaw. Their ego becomes the stiletto that they use to jab each other. And since they both can't technically die, it's death by 1,000 cuts, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And it's clinging to a relationship that doesn't work, both of them.
And they
for
know
all
it.
the wrong reasons. I mean, because Lestat hates that Louis has all of these moral issues. He does not, he tries to humor him, but Lestat
He
revels
despises
in
it. And he's jealous of it. He despises it because Louis held on to some of his humanity.
Yeah.
But, you know, we also know Lestat's past. If you read the books, you know Lestat's past. You know what he went through before he was turned by Marius. So, you know.
Wow. Oh my God. Yeah. This is like, it is incredibly cool the way they've rewritten and changed some of the things just to make it more modern and and the new context and everything. I am really enjoying because I never know what's going to happen. I wasn't expecting Claudia to show
Well,
up
you don't, and yet you do. You still see the signpost out. Oh, that was that part. Oh, that was that part of the book. You know, even though it doesn't happen in the same way. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Oh my God! And now I am great. No. Oh Jesus! No. I'm just gonna wait for the next episode.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, everybody. So that's episode 3 of Interview with the Vampire. Let us know what you thought about it. Do you have any of these ideas to share about the Louis and Lestat? You know, I will say there is a channel here on YouTube that it's 2 women that watched the movie, and throughout the whole time they couldn't figure out why the friend wouldn't let go of the other friend and it was like, I finally had to write them in the comments, go, girls, did you guys just totally miss this is a gay toxic relationship? You know, and I can understand when you look at the movie, you could kind of talk yourself out of that concept, but in this series you can't. It's front and center. You know, no apologies. You know? Anyways, that's it for this episode. Please check out Albert Nothlitt's works at albertnothlitt.com. My stuff is at sacollins.com. All of this can be found at ropepodcast.com. We try to do our very best to bring you queer content from various creators across all the spectrums of creation, whether it be dance, music, video, storytelling, novel writing, screenplay writing. We do whatever we can to bring those voices to you. So please check out our original channel, the Rope Podcast, and it's youtube.com/Rope Podcast, all one word. And check out the offerings we have there. And we have another 6 years of weekly episodes that are all audio that are up on our website at ropepodcast.com. So until next time, keep making those memories, keep watching those shows with your family and friends, and we'll catch you around next time. Take care, all.
Oh, what's that? Closing time. The bums rush in melody, dear.